And we're back on the Lions Den. Welcome back. It was a long weekend, a lot of balls, some unbelievable NFL games, some great college games, and what a weekend it was. We took a little bit of a break because we had to analyze what was going on, and we'll just jump right into it. Bills Broncos starting on Saturday, devastating. It's sad to see where the Bills have fallen in the last couple days, firing McDermott. Bo Nix going down with the injury. Don't see it impacting it that much. Stidham should be adequate. Just sad for Josh Allen. Brutal. Bad for good for our luck. We gave out the Bills plus 7.5 with the Seahawks. We won't even have to talk about that game because the Seahawks literally won the game on the first play, and they're looking good. But yeah, Bills winning outright sucks that happened. Like I said, we're gonna mow through the Seahawks, no biggie. They lose Charbonnet, not a big deal. Niners playing with house money, not too worried about it. I mean, that game wasn't terribly close at all. It kind of just looked like a dad playing against a 8-year-old on a full size basketball hoop when they're actually trying. It looked pretty easy. Kind of looked like Wemby on opening night against the Mavericks. It was just easy. I will say, Purdy's scrambling ability was noticeably pretty impressive, even though it didn't lead to much. But it wasn't too shabby. I got to give credit where credit dues there. Pats Texans, nothing much. Drake May looks very wobbly. I could definitely see the Broncos D getting to him. Both quarterbacks weren't terribly great in that game. Both defenses were pretty darn good. Texans D, they're amazing. They just offense, no Nico Collins, Dalton Schultz goes out, run game ineffective. You're not going to go anywhere anyway. Um, and then we move into the night game. That was another devastating one. Bears lose 20-17 to the Rams. That was just a heartbreaker. Ben Johnson's third and fourth and short calls were terrible all night. They just weren't working. The offense wasn't executing on the short yardage. They just didn't really have it going. And the Rams were trying to give them that game. I mean, the Rams multiple times just did not look comfortable. Stafford looked off. It just wasn't a clean game. If you did take the Bears plus the 3.5, good for you. I also had the Patriots, so we hit those. Those games were in the past. Uh, we'll now we'll now preview those. We'll preview those tomorrow. We'll come back at you with a short preview for those. Well, let's get into just some more kind of around the sports world here. We'll start. We'll keep it with football. We had coaching hirings. Harbaugh to the Giants, obviously. Stefanski to the Falcons. Halfley to the Dolphins. And Saleh to the Titans. Those were the last few that have kind of trickled in throughout the last week. All great hires. Just breaking news. Jesse Minter to the Ravens. And let me check on that really quick to see if there's any other new news about this. No, nothing new, but he's going to the Ravens, leaving the Chargers. As a Chargers fan, I'm sad because I was dreaming of a world of Harbaugh, Jesse Minter, Mike McDaniel, which the Chargers are looking like they're going to hire, and I am fired up about that, I could tell you, but that's not going to happen. Ravens getting Minter is great. They're getting their Mike McDonald defense back. Was just on the horn with my guy Jank, my Baltimore correspondent. He's fired up about the hire. Loves where they're going with that. I couldn't agree more. Mike McDonald, Jesse Minter kind of have the same defensive philosophies and how they call it, and both defenses were outstanding this year. McDonald has the better personnel in Seattle. That's why they're still playing. Minter got a great defense with the Chargers, and they looked fantastic against the Pats last week. Um, yeah, outstanding hire by the Ravens. Chargers getting McDaniel, outstanding hire. I can't wait. I'm excited. Just need to shore up the interior of the O line and get a nice big X receiver. I like Carnell Tate out of Ohio State. He's catching everything is hands. Everything is hands. None of this. No, all hands. Boom, boom, boom. He's always there. or go get an AJ Brown. Like we won't forget about him for an hour and a half. Like the Eagles just forget about AJ Brown like he's fucking Kevin from Home Alone. It's so funny. They're like AJ, where's AJ? They just forget he exists for an hour and a half of time. It's really sloppy from the Eagles. That's the reason nobody wants their OC job. A lot of head coaching jobs still open. Going in order of best to worst, I would say the Bills, obviously number one job still available. Everybody's going to want that job. Bills need to make sure they do a thorough search. I would have the Raiders as the number two job. Mendoza's unbelievable. They have a great young core. Bowers, Genty, Trey Tucker's solid. Michael Mayer tight end two. They got a lot of stuff going on well there. I would say your next best job, probably the Cardinals, if you get rid of Kyler Murray. Got some interesting defensive pieces. You got Trey McBride. You got Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Wilson. And then I think the Steelers and Browns are brutal jobs. Even as a Steelers guy, the writing's on the wall. Now, the Steelers job, if Mike McCarthy gets the Steelers job, you're going to have me and Rodgers comes back. Here we go. Steelers, here we go. Pittsburgh's going to the Super Bowl. Here we go. I mean, that would be sweet. You get Mike McCarthy, Raj back together, one last ride. That would be awesome. I think now we can jump to the college game, and that was Indiana Miami. What a game that was! Incredible. I'm pretty sure I gave out Miami plus the points that hit. I had two separate teasers, one Indiana money line, one Miami plus 14.5. Check, both worked. Yeah, we expected a close game and we got one. Mendoza makes all the throws. Carson back in that offense didn't look great, but Malachi Tony got it going. The line play was fantastic from both sides. And Cignetti, what a turnaround. There's nothing. He's the best coach in the game right now. I'd go Kirby at 2, and I'd probably reluctantly have Dan Lanning at 3, even though I hate Dan Lanning with a passion. Because still never beat Michael Penix and Kalen DeBoer. Just FYI, never's done it. Shout out Guyvan, shout out my boy Chris over there, my Washington, Colorado correspondent. Yeah, but Cignetti he's a separator. He's incredible. A little forecast from my guy Ev out there in Denver correspondent and Michigan man. He said that the group of 5 next year, the forecast would be Hawaii, a little island time, the Rainbow Warriors. They're talking about them potentially being a little pesky playoff team. Hey, best of luck to you. We go quickly to baseball. Fastball Freddie Peralta going over to the Mets in a trade for a couple big prospects. I mean, what do you know? Rich get richer. As a Padres fan, sucks, but And then just a few hours ago, Mackenzie Gore to the Texas Rangers in a big deal. Rangers send over a top prospect to Washington. A couple of fun deals there. Quickly in the NBA, you got Jimmy Butler, ACL injury. Tough look for my Warriors. Nothing really good about it. And then we got the San Diego State loss last night. Tough for me. Just a brutal watch. I was agonizing pain, losing by 70-69 in Grand Canyon in their building. Just agonizing, terrible. Wasn't fun. Some would say it was like trying to watch Medellin. Took forever to get Billy to agree to let E watch it, and then it wasn't really good. Just not great. It wasn't fun. However, we do have some fun this weekend in college basketball. UNC UVA on Saturday morning, Vandy Mississippi State, Nova UConn on Fox, Illinois Purdue on Fox. Those are Illinois Purdue is a top 11 matchup. Game of maybe the year. Houston at Texas Tech. I'm telling you guys, if you guys want to watch a great basketball game, this is the game to watch. As long as the refs let these guys play, it is going to be nothing but rugged, physical, tough rebounding. I mean, it is JoJo Tugler battling against their bigs, JT Toppin. It's just an all-out war out there. It's my favorite matchup to watch last year and this year. It's always a great game. I am so excited for it. I cannot wait. It's looking like no spread released yet, but I mean it's going to be an incredible game. I can't wait to watch that one. San Diego State, New Mexico, or sorry, San Diego State. Sorry, are we at New Mexico this weekend or are we at USC? Let me make sure I have this right. I thought, or UNLV. Yeah, we're at UNLV. Sorry, San Diego State at UNLV. Good one, and then an interesting one. Tennessee at Bama. Charles Bediako, if you remember him, he actually played against my Aztecs in the Sweet 16 when we got them out of there a couple years ago. He's been playing in the G League the last couple years, and he's back. Charles Bediako is back. The Tide need a big rebounding big, and they're getting one. They're getting one. He's eligible for the Tennessee game, and then he has a hearing, I believe, on Tuesday. So as of now, he might only be eligible one game, but we're riding the Tide while we can. We're taking Bama. Bediako's back. And then just to wrap it up, so yeah, we'll have a preview tomorrow for the games. And then moving forward, we're going to transition probably into more CBB talk for the next couple months as March Madness is right around the corner. We're also going to get some new graphics in so you guys can follow along, have some new segments, and the channel's only going to keep getting better. So we welcome you to join. Always hard hats on. And if you need to, can always throw the shades on, all right? Can always throw the shades on when, stuff's getting a little too bright. So that's going to do it for me today. Stay tuned. A lot coming. We're only going to keep getting better here. And, I mean, I'm a college basketball guy, so expect some good stuff. All righty. Take care, fellas. Let's go.